The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I hit 'em, and then I let 'em. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet 'em. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
All right. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. And everything's going good this week, so we want to let you guys know, always subscribe to the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge, even if you're on a lunch break or in the bathroom, or wherever you can do it, as long as you got fingers and everything like that. We want you to press the like buttons because, you know, we like buttons. And leave your comments below. We have a different thing going on this week. We have my lovely wife over here to my right. I'm trying to be cool so she don't smack the shit out of me.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have all that in the studio like y'all did when y'all just walked in here.
Yeah, so
that's called domestic violence, both people.
Hey, keep that down. I'm still on probation. Now, we got my wife in the house, and that's Mika Thomas. And then we got, to my left, we got Packett. Some people call him Snackett. Just for all intents and purposes, today we're going to call him Packett because he has been losing weight with the vegan diet or vegetarian diet or whatever.
Not vegan. We say vegetarian.
We're going to just call it, the slim down diet. Is that what you really want to call it? Because I know you
I don't call it a diet. I call it a lifestyle change. I'm just doing stuff different. That's all that is.
And it looks good. Look like you lost 37 grams since the last time I saw you. And we got the Ghetto Googler once again. So this week we got it going on. So first of all, Packett, tell us about how's it going with you and your weight loss.
Oh man, it's going good. It's going good. The walks is good. I got me a new gig, so Things is looking up. Things is really, really looking up.
Man, how many goddamn pounds have you lost, man? We don't want to hear about what's looking up and none of that. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How many damn pounds have you lost? Because I can't tell.
Because he wears more shirts, and we don't know. Are you going to do a big reveal? Is that what we're looking for, a big reveal?
We're not doing the big reveal till like July sometime because I'm not even weighing myself.
July is only technically
that's the problem
like 4
with
months away.
When people do things and they're trying to stick to a program, they get discouraged when 1 week you might not have lost as much as you lost the first week.
So you got a little plan.
Yeah,
Don't look at the scale.
Exactly. Do what I'm supposed to do, and it's going to come off.
I think we're going to tell you from our point of view, Faarooq, how much do you think he lost?
Hey, I don't like the way Faarooq looking at me right. He looking at me like I'm short.
He lost about 2 megabytes.
Oh, here we go.
In tech terms. That means he ain't lost shit.
Oh, my goodness.
But we encourage you.
He's more energetic.
Hey, this is my encouragement, people.
We encourage you.
Oh, don't worry. I'm dedicated to this program.
He's a warrior.
And I did a good job this week. I did 3 jumping jacks with my 10 push-ups.
Yeah, I still haven't seen you. You know, we had an agreement. You were supposed to come out at least a couple times on some of these walks and come do.
I don't remember any of that.
Come do some push-ups or lift some weights.
I don't remember that part of it.
Mika, I'm trying to get some muscle on them arms.
Whose team are you on?
Good idea.
Whose team are you on?
She's on your
team.
Exactly.
Now we gotta let her.
She wants you to be healthy.
You didn't even know we had a thing going on, did you?
I know now.
See,
thank you.
Marv used to be buff when we was in junior high school.
That was way.
Look. See, I've known Marv,
but he been staying
for a very
the same
long time. Marv has that Webster thing going on.
What is that?
Underdevelopment.
Exactly. That's why he don't get gray or nothing. He gonna be older than everybody in the room. He gonna be at his daughter's graduation looking younger than all them.
You know, they call me Benjamin Button in the hood. That's what they call me.
He's been the same height since the 7th grade.
Man.
So he was kind of tall in the 7th grade. But in the 10th grade, everybody, you know, kept growing and he just stayed like the 7th grade.
Same thing with his head. His head's been the same size since he's been a baby, too. He had the beard and everything as a baby.
Anyway, that's what you say. Now, we got to get right on into this topic. This is something that's going on. The LGBT community is really making a forward mobility move right now. They are allowing entire high schools to welcome in all the LGBTs. I mean, look at this. This is where if you're a homosexual kid or you feel like you want to wear dresses and you don't have enough jeans in your closet, you can go straight to this high school and everybody will fit in. Nobody will talk about you. Actually, the heterosexual kids, they can't even go to this school. Now, have you heard about this?
They really did something like that?
Yes, in New York they have a school.
But you talking about public school out here in L.A.?
In L.A.
and talking about Hamilton High, right?
We used to call it Verbum.
Or unisexual.
We used to call it Verbum Day.
Remember Uni?
Yeah,
unisexual high. I mean, that's you just described the average high school.
But I'm saying this is specific.
We got to have special schools for normal kids or what we want to be normal kids to go to.
Yeah, they call that Locke High School.
Locke, all right, man. Patrice Hudson went to Locke High School.
Now, in New York, they have a school called Harvey Milk High School. And
Milk?
Harvey Milk. You know,
that's the gay politician from Frisco.
Yes.
Oh,
so now all the LGBTs can go and get a nice gay education. They call it a gay education, for real. And me and my daughter was talking about it the other day. Well, we talking about it today, talking about that lunch menu is probably pretty simple. It's all fruits, right? Yeah. Fruit Loops, fruit roll-ups.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, fruit by foots. You know, but this is what's going on.
And
we want to know.
Everybody gets Skittle jackets, huh?
Everybody wears Skittle jackets. Skittle jackets and this
Skittle backpack.
Rainbow, everything.
Wow.
It's a real fun place to go. Now, they teach kids tolerance. So I don't know if this is a good thing or not. If any callers out there, we want to know your opinion. Is this a good thing? Is it for mobile? Or it's what's going on? We want to hear you call in and let us know at 323-293-3375. That's 293-3375, area code 323. Give us a call and let us know, how do you feel about the LGBT high school? Now, that means...
Are they going under the same blanket like a Catholic school or something like
dress codes?
Yeah, stuff
That's
like that.
another gay institution.
I don't know. I think they can pretty much wear what they want because they're not gonna, like, if you got a son and he feels that he
up as a girl,
right, he just can go to school with a dress.
Isn't that like Will Smith's son?
Yeah,
like what's his name?
Jaden.
Jaden would be fit right on in there. EJ, Magic Johnson's son, could have been on the basketball team with the dress. And everybody would have been cool. And you get the cheerleaders can go in there. You don't have to be just a cheerleader now. You can and be a girl. You can be a guy and go in there and get you some pom-poms.
Yeah, well, it's going different than that. If you've been looking at social media, they get to say if they get to pick if they want to be a dog or a cat too now. You know that, right?
I found out that this one kid wants to be a cat.
Yeah,
and
it's
he's
called
real
species something.
Species, gender, something.
Yeah.
They've been doing that. They had it on...
We have a caller. Let's see what this caller says. Caller, welcome to the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Caller, you say what? Hi. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Dee.
What's going on, Dee? Where you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I just want to say that I believe, that students who are LGBT, they need to be in an environment that's inclusive. I think all young people need to learn about tolerance, right? Because we're all different, right? Period.
So do you think it's segregating the problem a little bit more by rounding them up, if you will, and just having like them separate from the other heterosexual kids, just simply to give them a more friendly and tolerated environment?
I agree with you. I don't think they should be separated. I think that students should be together in a inclusive setting and taught about tolerance as a whole school. And I think that, as an educator, I would, establish like different affinity groups on campus.
So you're a teacher as well?
Yes.
Now, what if you don't mind, what school are you a teacher?
Well, I don't want to say what school, but I will tell you that I teach in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. You didn't want to tell us? Because I was going to see if you could send us some of them coffee cakes and some of them goddamn burritos, because they're delicious. Do you still eat the burritos?
Actually, I don't. But with regards to the coffee cakes, they changed the recipe, so they don't even taste the same.
Oh, so they don't have the peanut butter coffee cakes anymore?
Oh.
They never had peanut butter.
It was crumb cake. It was like a crumb cake.
Yeah, that's what it was.
We had peanut butter coffee cakes. I remember.
You got to
delicious.
remember, Marv went to white school, so it was a little different for him.
Hey, we trying to make everything a tolerance issue here. Don't get to talking about my peanut butter coffee cake at the white schools. Now, D, have you noticed any kind of differences with the LGBT community in high school? Is it really that big of an issue where you have to separate kids, or is it one or two, three apples out of the bunch?
No, I don't really think it's a big issue where you have to separate kids so much. I think the issue is that young people are not being taught tolerance. And so what happens is you have a lot of bullying going on. And so that's why parents of, LGBT youth feel like their students need to be their child needs to be at a different school. So I just think that we need to teach, inclusiveness and tolerance.
D. Now,
yes.
You're a teacher, and we all went to school. You do realize that bullying has been a part of school since the beginning. Kids, you're not going to be able to teach kids that. They have to learn that. Right. That's a learned thing right there. That's why when people say that, it kind of bothers me. Like, come on, that's when you go to schools, when you learn how to get your backbone and don't let things bother you, let it roll off you, and you live another day. Kids will never have tolerance. Kids will always be the most meanest people on this planet.
They are
that's
the worst
what kids
critics.
do.
Because children are very honest. See, adults, when they grow up,
escalates to hate.
Yeah, but see,
that is the difference.
But it wasn't
tolerance don't teach you not to hate people. Tolerance just teach you to just what it is, to tolerate people of something that they might do that you hate. Now, the thing is society. Kids are the most honest people in society. That's why they the worst and hardest of critics, okay? Adults master the art of lying and conning each other. You know what I'm saying? You have people that are adults that are married that really hate each other, but they tolerate each other. So tolerance to me is just what it is, okay? As black people, we've been tolerating being misused for all the 400-something years that we here, okay? You don't have like a large history of a black revolt against white people here in this country based upon the oppression that we have went through racism, okay? But a lot of people say, well, no, that's not good, but this is how the country of Haiti was formed. Okay, when the slaves got tired of the slave masters mistreating them and started to build up an enemy's hatred towards the slave master and what was done to them, is when they took over and established their own independent country.
Now, sir, look here, D. Now, what we're trying to do here is, because this is a very interesting subject to me. Me, for one, I'm not for any type of way. I'm never for separating people before you get them to learn how to cohabitate together.
Exactly.
You dig what I'm saying? Right. So I think on this particular subject, D, we're on the same page. Would you say so?
Absolutely. We're definitely on the same page. I don't think that separate is, necessarily the right thing and the right way to approach it.
Okay.
And before I go, I just want to give a big up to the gentleman who is working on his weight.
Thank you.
Keep going, and like you said, hey,
I need that, D, because these guys give me a rough time.
Just do what you need to do, and those pounds will drop off.
D, you didn't see how his eyes lit up when we were talking about them coffee cakes.
Yeah, them coffee cakes is good. I can't lie about that.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for calling the lounge.
Thank you, D. You're a wonderful person.
All right, now.
Take care,
peace.
beautiful people.
All right. Now, that was D called it in, and she had a good point. The tolerance issue is one thing. But see, like, when you get to separate people, that's where we have a problem. So now, if you guys have any more questions you guys want to chime in, feel free to call us at 323-293-3375. Don't forget to press those like buttons and leave the comments below. And we'll be right back. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back at the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Okay, we're back at the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge, right back from the commercial break, and I just had some news, and we found out we lost a hip hop legend, Mr. Craig Mack, has passed of congestive heart failure, and he will be missed.
At 46 years old.
46 years old, yes, and we have another listener, Don Alexis, has lost a mother, I believe, and her family. So our condolences goes out to everybody who suffered losses this week, and we want to put this back on an upbeat note and get into some bringing together of the black people. And we're going to do that by first starting off with the corner called My Wife's Corner Get Down Extravaganza. Is that a good name for it?
Whatever you say, honey.
Okay, my wife, she's a very knowledgeable person in the areas of marital get downs.
I'm still
and
learning
raising
with you.
the cheerings.
Yeah, that part.
Yes. So what has been on your mind in the marriage genre this week?
This, more recently, I've been trying to explore different love languages.
Oh, really? Like French?
Sure.
Oui.
Yes, that's it. And I know my love language for you is sometimes buying you things or touching your hand or playing in your hair.
Scratching my scalp.
Well, playing in your hair.
To me, that's the same thing. I get about 2 twists of one of these dreads and I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's lovely.
About right. What do you think yours is for me?
What is my love language for you?
Yes.
Slapping you on your ass?
He likes to feed me. But
I don't do it hard.
He likes to feed me.
Yeah, I like to feed her, but she don't like to eat it. Wait a minute, that didn't come out right. What I'm saying is, no, it's like, no, I'll have stuff, and then she don't know what it is sometime, and I'll go, here, baby, taste this. Then she want to ask me what it is. It's food. It's coming, just open your mouth and just eat it, right? And then so she'll go, like it's a big deal for me to let her taste this food. Just take a bite. I always say, if you don't like it, you can do what?
Spit it out.
Yeah, but don't make it she blocks. She'll block and everything like that. And so, and some things you have found is delicious, haven't you?
I have.
Now, like crab legs, is that delicious?
Yes, I did not grow up eating seafood. So while I was pregnant with Devin, he made some gumbo. And at the time, it was okay, but over the course of
the face.
I hated the smell.
So it was slumbo.
Slumbo too.
So he got better the more he started making it.
No. It was my level of
You just didn't like seafood.
I didn't like seafood.
She wasn't comfortable.
Not at all. And I even went out to dinner several times having to call him. I'm at a seafood restaurant. What do I get? Because he knows my palate. So
Now the cool thing about this with the seafood is once she learned her way around the anatomy of a crab, we go to Joe's Crab Shack.
Yes.
And we don't even look at each other. They put the little bibs on us. They got the little bucket in the middle. We don't even look at each other. We just be over there like, snapping it. And we can dismantle 3 pounds of crab in, what'd you say, about 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And the white people be sitting there like, look at them niggas over there.
Taking pictures and
They
everything.
taking selfie pictures and stuff, looking at us. And we just
Now, do
throwing
y'all
shit.
use the crab cracker?
We don't even use the crab cracker.
Or you like me, just use your teeth? 'Cause
Teeth,
you
fingers.
seen how I demolish crab.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about how you eat crab. You know the cluster, the knuckle part?
The part that I have a
Yeah, he
hard
just
time-
bite that with an apple, like it's an apple.
No.
You go, right? He just dismantles that.
My
Now,
goodness.
No.
what would you say?
You spit the other stuff out. That's the soft part.
Now, what would you say is your love languages to y'all significant ones?
I don't have a significant one right now.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Keyword.
Yes, you do. It's called yourself.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so what is your love language to yourself? A sit-up?
To take a bite to eat, right?
Man, love language to myself.
You put on a little key sweat and be like, one.
Man, they'll have to be walking right now because I've
That's
been, I've been
what's
doing
up.
myself so bad for so long. These walks is something else.
But we going to change that. Love yourself, Packett. Now, that's a good thing.
I'm
We
gonna love
got a-
myself. I remember that
We got a
tonight.
caller right now. Let's see what this caller says. Welcome to the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Caller, you say what?
What's up, man? It's Pooh Lee from Kentucky.
What up,
What's
Poolie?
up, Poolie?
Back again from
Hey,
Kentucky.
Hey, man, I seen OJ interview, man. I still don't believe he killed them people, man.
You really think OJ didn't kill the people?
He didn't.
Oh, no, man. He didn't kill them people.
Nah.
What the other person doing when he was getting stabbed? And me too, yeah, bro.
Them was drug-related murders, man.
He know who killed them people.
You got to
Yeah.
understand,
He didn't do it though.
Poolie, you got to understand the way these people were killed. OJ is not even smart enough. You know, I hung out
Or
with
in
OJ.
no shape. He got arthritis and bad knees.
I hung out with OJ. OJ don't really like to get his hands dirty like that. He'd have been like, oh, for real, though? You know what I'm saying?
I'm with the ghetto Cougars. I don't think he did it, man.
All right, what's going on out there in Kentucky?
Oh, man, I drive trucks, man. I'm just working on these trucks, man.
That's what's up.
When you coming down this way, you driving any trucks down this way, Poolie?
No, not yet, brother.
Because I was going to say, if you coming down this way, we want some of that Kentucky barbecue down there. That's where you can speak some love language to the lounge by loading that truck up with some brisket.
Yeah.
Hey,
And that
hey,
mustard
Ghetto
barbecue sauce.
Hey, you got that food, man.
Yeah.
When next time you gonna cook some of that gumbo, man?
Yeah.
2019, January 1st.
Okay. Y'all have a good day.
All right, Poolie.
All right.
Now, we was talking about the love language. So we talked, Packett's love language to himself is, a sit-up and walking. So what would be your love language of choice, Faarooq?
He got it in his hands right now.
See, that's what he say. My thing, man, my contribution of love, because of people got to understand that love is self-defined. Everybody has a different point of view when it come to love. Me, myself, I love my people. But what I stopped doing is giving advice. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really give solemn advice from the heart, people take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I don't want to listen to nobody's problems. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a solution-orientated person. If you tell me a problem, I'm going to give you a few solutions. And that start arguments. So I want to increase the peace within myself.
So you saying your form of love language is practicing and mastering the art of shutting the fuck up?
Yeah, that's part of love, too.
That's good. That's good. What are you? Hey, wait a minute.
That's part of love, too, because you got to understand, when you claim you love somebody, you really have to know what they really ask and demand of you. Now, if you draw your own narrative, you're not giving them a chance for you to really understand the circumstances to simply solve their issues. You caught up in what you think it is or what you feel it is. You don't be quiet long enough for that person to really express and say, these are the needs that I'm trying to address to you.
Now, right. Now, have you experienced anything like that in your home or in your relationship, Mika?
Every day.
And how do you deal with that?
I don't deal with it well.
It's called tolerance, like the first shit we was talking about. Tolerance.
I mean, now for people out there, Mika, who seems to have a problem that don't really deal with it well. What would be your advice to them, or maybe a suggestion in which they can better handle a situation like that when someone is just really doing a lot of talking and not enough listening?
Like this, right?
Yeah.
I would say look up in the dictionary whatever they are saying and get a clear understanding.
That's what you would say?
Yes.
Hello.
It looked like you was about to say a whole bunch of written.
Tolerance are virtues is their principles in love too, because a lot of time, a lot of us, I don't know what the hell it is. It's like we want shit to go our way, man, but, I'm not going to put up with this and I'm not going to do that. But we never stop for a moment to think about all the shit that people put up off of us, especially speaking from a man point of view, as far as like certain shit that we do that women, just because they tolerate it and they have patience with us don't mean that they allowing it or they like it. They just want to see when we're going to come around to meet at a certain point. Right. But at the same token, that runs vice versa. Both you know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. It's no gender specific. This or that. It's no seesaw. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective thought.
So once again, you saying basically what Packett was saying in reference to the tolerance issue in school. It's certain things cannot be learned. It's a behavioral process in which comes with bumps and bruises.
And it starts with being honest.
Yeah. And that's why we're having the problem we having now.
Kids
because they don't let those kids get those bumps and bruises.
Yeah, we want kids to learn to lie. We don't want kids to learn honestly how to communicate with one another. For example,
we have Easter coming up, right?
Yeah, and it falls on April Fool's Day, which, by the way, is the very first time historically that it fell on the right day. Okay? Because it's all a sham, people. It's all a sham. So April Fool's Day and Easter should always be celebrated on April Fool's Day.
Now, you mean to tell me you never believed that a bunny could lay an egg?
Come on, man. I got people that's farmers, man, and I had a pet rabbit. The only little eggs I used to see the bunny rabbit lay is them little brown turd shits. Them was the only eggs that came out of a rabbit's eggs.
Right. Now,
Faarooq must have had a bad Easter egg hunt or something.
No, I never did that. I never grew up in a household that was taught to honor paganism. Okay, so I see things from a different thing.
Right.
Now if you had an Easter egg hunt, okay, cool. See, people say stuff and it's fun for kids, but you don't understand the history of how we come to these rituals. Easter egg hunt is a ritual. That's just like being baptized. See, you don't know that because you don't understand the history. Now, when you understand that historically and you're a person that claims to believe in one divine being that people call God by any name chosen by the given people, then you got to understand those are rituals of people that believed in many gods and praised animals and also did a lot of unnatural things. So as I say, which the Bible says, okay, I'm a Muslim, but I'm going to quote out the Bible because many people have never read the Quran. In the Bible, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 will tell you that you should not recognize or participate in a tradition of the pagans and the heathen. But this is what people who call themselves God-fearing people and church folks do every day and every holiday. But you don't know that because you've been following the traditions and the customs of people that are against God.
And you know what I've found out also, Faarooq, is a lot of people, when we go to like Walgreens or CVS, and you're in that line, and you're very conscious of these scriptures that Faarooq has so eloquently illustrated here, you can't resist that damn Cadbury egg. You know what I'm talking about? How many of them have you had before?
We won't disclose.
Come on now.
Those little cream-filled delicious batches packaged.
Oh my
you
God!
Know the ones.
You know they make different ones too.
When he was talking,
with different stuff.
When he was talking about Easter egg hunt, he was talking about himself going to go buy 10 packs of them and hide them all through the house.
From himself.
And throughout the week, he starts to find them and eat
from
them.
himself.
That's the Easter egg hunt he was talking about.
You know he done had a couple of them his damn self.
You know you have not even
He can lie to himself. He can lie to everybody
hunt.
up here. We know he done had him an Easter egg.
I eat hard-boiled eggs. I never had a Cadbury egg, okay? Just like I could say I was never fed pork in my household, okay? So when people speak, They speaking out of their experience, and they try to draw you into their own inquisitions, okay? It's the same thing. If I'm a pervert, I'm going to talk to the next man as if he's a pervert. If I'm a cigarette smoker, when I don't have a cigarette, I'm going to ask anybody for a cigarette.
Right.
So whatever you do, you think everybody have that same experience. Now, I can understand that, but there's certain things that I can say I've never done.
Well, let me ask you this, Faarooq. Now, I don't know how excited you are about this, but I'm very excited because, you know, sports is over, basically, as far as football season.
It's not over.
Wait a minute.
It's never over.
Now, we have Packett with us.
Yes.
And he has a new segment.
Yes.
Have you heard about this new segment?
No, what is it?
He calls it
What's
Packett's-
what?
Oh, you got to say it like that?
Yeah, I got to say it like that.
How you say
What's what? That's how we say
It
it.
ain't just Packett's what's
Before
what?
we get into that, man, ended up that conclusion of love, man. If y'all want to fix your love life, man, and you just a raggedy person and you don't know what to say to your woman, just shut the fuck up, turn on some goddamn Marvin Gaye, clean the goddamn house up, and cook. Rub your woman's feet when she come home and just shut up.
This going to be from
Listen to all the bullshit she deal with at work that you don't care about. Listen to all the bullshit at work that you don't care about and everything. Just don't say nothing.
We need
Listen.
Faarooq's love corner. That's what we need.
The thing is, then you can understand.
This is last week.
You can understand the woman needs, and you can provide for her what she need. Okay, instead of bothering her. You know, when she don't want to be bothered.
Say that again, Faarooq.
I'm just telling you, man, when a woman want to be bothered with you in a physical way, trust me, she'll let you know about, rubbing on her with your feet, cuddling with you. She'll let you know. Now, when you want to press the issue, being hypersexual,
let me ask you this.
That's a turn off to a woman.
Well, let me ask you this, and baby, you can attest to this. I tried to rub my feet up against your leg last week.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look at her face. Look at her face. What did you do?
What did you do?
I rubbed my leg up my foot up and down your leg because I love you.
And what happened?
You jumped out the bed and said, "Oh my God, oh my God,"
because you cut her leg.
I sliced her calf muscle.
Yeah.
But look,
Man.
Exactly.
Man, creature feature.
That's what did not come in here talking about.
But had you clipped my nails, had showed me that reciprocity type love, that nail wouldn't have grown that long and ragged, jagged enough and sharp. It wouldn't have developed the sharpness enough to sever that artery.
And get some tea tree oil in your life. Tea tree oil relieves you of jock itch and athlete feet fungus because jock itch and athlete feet fungus is the same shit, fellas. And most of you get jock itch because you're scratching your nasty ass feet with feet fungus, then you're scratching your nuts. Make the connection, people, and get some order about your life. If you're not getting,
But what about this?
If you're not getting proper head, maybe it's because you don't wipe your ass right. So you can't fault your woman.
What about
wipe
this,
your
though?
ass right and get rid of the shit stench, and maybe you can get all the head that you so desire to get in your relationship.
Faarooq, listen to this. What about the way the women like to go to bed? No negligee.
Yeah, ancient mama style with, I don't know what the fuck tied on your head.
I know a particular woman, and I'm not saying no names, but I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying this
That's
woman.
a message, though. That's telling you something. Your
woman-
shit been raggedy, so this how I'm coming to bed.
No.
If you doing the right thing, trust me, you're going to have to keep her ass off of you.
Even if that person is anemic,
Yeah, she going to be right up under your ass and stay warm.
You don't have to go to bed with 1,000 layers of clothes on.
She's trying to tell you something. I'm tired of your shit, so I'd rather put on these clothes because I don't want to be up under you. Now, when you get your shit together, she going to be asshole naked and you become her flame, her fire, and her desire.
What?
Yeah, right.
Okay, people, it's time to get to the West what.
right.
It's time to get to the
We don't
West
want to hear
what.
that shit now, man.
wanna get to the West what.
You better keep you some
We're
great
gonna give
right
Faarooq his own hour for the love corner. Cause man, you got some real knowledge. You got some real knowledge right there. You got some real knowledge going on right there.
What nigga would want to be up under Packett?
Hey,
He's like a bear rug.
there we go.
And they like that,
Hey.
See, I'm getting a little chubby. Women like chubby men.
Hey, I never had a
just
problem
learned
with that.
Are you trying to say this man is like a human Snuggie?
he's security. They feel secure with Packett. When they walk down the street and he put his big ass arm around them and say, "Are you hungry, baby?" They feel protected and provided for at the same time. And that's the nature of a woman. If she feel protected and provided for, then it ain't no tell how she might perform. And that's it right there.
Sounds good.
All right, Packett,
with
what's
a little
what?
Patron and Marvin Gaye.
That's right.
That's right. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. You can't out-talk them anyway. Just be quiet. If you don't want to listen to them, pretend like you listening.
How do you pretend? How do you pretend?
I do that very well. Thank you.
I want to know how the man's supposed to pretend. How you do it? Just like that?
Look at his face. He got it.
See his face.
Mm-hmm.
That's he ain't supposed to.
Say what?
Okay, people. Now we moving to the West.
You don't say.
Now, you know, my Lakers took care of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, they whooped their ass.
Exactly. Even though we're not going to make the playoffs, they looking good for the next season coming in.
Two players away.
Exactly. Now, still got to take a moment of silence for the Mr. Craig Mack, man, because that was something big for me right there.
Well, don't worry about it.
That flavor in your ear, man. That
he'll
was
live forever, and I know the right person that can perform every song, and you'll think it's Craig Mack.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, let me get y'all into some.
We got a Craig
updates.
Mack lookalike to work right across the street in the parking lot.
Wow.
Outside in the alley ass, under the tree ass barber. It's one thing to be a shade tree, but you a shade tree and an alley ass motherfucker? Come on now.
Let me get y'all to some of these updates. Now, check this out. The Packers have let go of Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson will no longer be with the Packers, but they have signed Jimmy Graham.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. But
Jordy, man.
Jordy was a man. I hope we get him. And speaking of quarterbacks changing, wow, the Redskins are looking to get rid of Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is looking to go to the Vikings, and the Vikings, Bridgewater is going to the Jets. That's going to be something else this season. Cousins is likely to sign a 3-year deal with the Vikings and an $86 million deal on top of that.
Now, what's the boy that was just getting ready to get signed? That was your boy Beckham. Beckham Jr. was getting ready to get a real big deal, and then he got caught in the hotel with that girl, and she had the pictures of him, and he just fucked off his deals.
Beckham. What Beckham are you talking about?
Odell.
Odell's already signed.
No, he was getting ready to get a bigger deal.
Oh, they probably was going to restructure a contract.
Yeah.
He's not going to have a problem. Even if they don't sign him, trust me, somebody else will sign him for a bigger contract.
They found cocaine, they found blunts and everything. So his lawyer team is trying to say it was baby powder and black him out.
See, the thing about football, they always get tested. Mm-hmm. Trust me, even if he was doing something, he's gonna have somebody else take the P test for him, and he will be just fine.
Say what?
Exactly. But moving on to other stuff, Drew Brees just got a 2-year extension with worth $50 million.
Well, he deserve it. He deserve it.
You think so?
He deserve it.
Hell yeah.
What about Case Keenum, that used to be the Vikings quarterback, has moved over there to the Broncos now?
Fuck the Broncos anyway. They need all the help they can get.
Now, in wide receiver news,
I heard Jesus was going to get signed with the Broncos, and they still wasn't going to make the playoffs.
Oh, my goodness. There you go. Watkins is heading to the Chiefs with a 3-year, $48 million deal. Your boy Richard Sherman that was over there Seattle. He's
49er.
Yeah, he's a 49er now.
He's not going
He ain't going to help him.
He ain't going to do nothing with the 49ers because the boy damn near washed out. And I got a question for y'all. Look here. Is it interesting while Tasha and Al are not in here at the same time again?
Hey, I told you they walked in at different times. It was a little strange. It was a little strange. There she is. You know, he had the little happy face on, all nicely shaved.
Ebony and Ivory.
I brought you some pig feet. I brought you some pig feet and a chocolate bunny rabbit.
Ebony and Ivory.
Danny Amendola is going to sign with the Dolphins.
Danny who?
Danny Amendola. You know, Tom Brady's boy is going with the Dolphins. They also picked up Landry. Mm-hmm. Landry has moved over there to The Browns. The Browns did a big blockbuster trade and got him.
Now, a lot of people say Cleveland is going to have a really hell of a squad this year. How do you feel about that?
I think Cleveland at the most will get 7 games this year.
That's
a big difference,
giving
though.
them a lot.
That's a big difference.
That's giving them a lot. I think Cleveland go win 4 games this year.
And that's
if
tough.
that.
You know, Cleveland had the trade they did. They got Bridgewater now.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland will be working with, and I don't think that's going to. No, not Bridgewater. Yeah, Bridgewater. I don't think that's going to do it for them. I think they should have went and got Cousins, and then they would have been
So what about Cam Newton? You think this nigga is going to be running on the field in a Black Panther outfit, represent for all the Wakandans out there?
I'm glad you brought that up. Billionaire Michael Rubin has got a conglomeration together, and 2 names stick out: Puff Daddy and Steph Curry. They're going to be both of the put money in on the deal. They're going to be minority owners of the team. But
that's still not going to make y'all worth a fuck.
Look, we're going to have let's make a bet that we have a better season than you guys.
All right, let's bet 20 pounds.
Let's bet it. Let's bet it. You got to put on 20 pounds, and I got to take off 20 pounds.
National pounds in London currency.
You got to lose 20 pounds, and I got to eat 20 pounds of chicken wings.
No. You got to put on 20 pounds of muscle. How about that? How about you got to come work out?
You're not finna do that in no year.
20 pounds of chicken wings.
See, you being funny. I'm being serious. Because I can get you to put the weight on.
All we going to do is look like a before and after picture anyway.
That don't mean it's going to be muscle, though.
No, he can put on muscle. All he can put on is muscle.
I don't want no damn muscle.
You right about that.
His arms can't get no bigger.
Packet, it goes through one end and out the other. For real.
He has a special stomach.
Yes,
I grew up with Marv.
He does.
And it's called stomach titanium.
Yeah, cause he can eat some pot roast that's been in the oven for just 3 days.
It don't matter.
It's nothing.
It don't matter.
He put it in the microwave,
I
brush
get rid
it
of all the bacteria.
Yeah, and eat it, and it's nothing.
I smashed that. So we're about to go to commercial right after Packett winds up the last few minutes of his segment.
Well, that was basically it there.
We're going to let people know that we're going to be ready to bring Al and his and Tasha back on to the show. I almost slipped and said something. That
and I want you guys to know when Al gets up here, look at the shine, the glisten on his face.
Hey, in all defense for Al, that's Vaseline.
Nah.
Y'all like my shine?
Why does he look so happy, though?
Maybe that's what
Al always has that like that. I'm going to kill everybody on the show. Look.
right after I eat this big bowl of pig feet.
Exactly. And today he walked in smiling. Then 2 minutes later, Tasha walked up like, "Oh, I just got here."
Convenient.
They matching. They got on the same damn color scheme.
Like they just came from Six Flags or some shit.
They look like Captain and Tennille.
Yeah. Well, y'all will see as soon as we come back from the break on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. You'll see the Lovebirds will be joining us back up here in very few moments, and we will see what's going on. And don't forget to press the notification bell because it's going to notify you when the show's coming on. And we do this every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here at the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. We'll be right back. Got the poetess over there doing something over there, looking like she's straight DJing, like she on the world. Yeah, we love the poetess, and now we got Tasha Assett is back We missed you last week, and then we got Al Toomer. You missed out, Tasha, because he brought treats for everybody last week.
She was here last week.
What you on? What you on?
He had too many of them goddamn
Pomeritas.
Yeah.
Them damn pomeritas.
I was in the building, baby.
You didn't eat no pig feet.
I ain't eat no damn pig feet. I fuck with them damn pig feet and them damn fishermen.
Oh, yeah, you was here because then you got a chance to meet Robert Jr.
Yeah, I met Robert Jr.
That was your first Robert Jr.
That was my
experience.
first time meeting Robert Jr. He's
an interesting fellow, isn't he?
He was very debonair.
But you got to say it all, his name, you got to say it all together. Robert Jr.
Robert Jr.
Robert Jr.
It's on one word.
No
Robert
last
Jr.
name.
So now, we have Al Toomer's in the house. How's everything going with you, Al?
Pretty good, Bob, and I ain't got much time. Based on the clock, I got maybe 10 minutes. Didn't bring no booze and pig feet tonight, but I did bring Hallelujah. God
damn,
I like that.
Voodoo Dog.
I like that.
The Trilogy of Terror.
That look like Lil Wayne.
Where did you get that?
That's the Trilogy of Terror.
My kind of stuff, though.
Don't let that goddamn ribbon come off of there because it's gonna come alive and chase you around and fuck you up.
I'll pass that.
These are Trilogy of Terror dolls. If you ever want to see the movie, Google it. You remember them motherfuckers,
What
Marv?
is this,
Came straight from Wakanda.
Wait, what is this, though, Al?
Trilogy of Terror.
That's two
heads, isn't it?
It is. But to me, it symbolizes you carrying a lot of motherfuckers in your life.
Let's get a close-up on this. Al brought us some... Can we get close-ups right here on the
Trilogy of Terror?
That was a sofa.
Look, be careful with handling that. If that shit fall out their hands, they gonna come alive and fuck you up. You seen Trilogy of Terror, you know what I'm talking about.
The little dolls that Al has brought.
They Hallelujah gods.
Where you get them from, Al?
Explain to us what they do.
One of my friends, his wife, goddamn, they got a divorce now, but this bitch ordered this shit before they got a divorce.
That's why they got a divorce.
And I got like 500 of these motherfuckers, and I'm trying to sell them.
They're not from Africa, though, Al.
No, they from China. But it doesn't make any goddamn difference. They're from Wakanda. That's what I'm telling you they goddamn from.
Oh.
These dolls right here you can buy in Hawaii. Waikiki, man. Look at this. It got a fucking surfboard. Okay, these come from fucking Hawaii. Now, they look scary than a motherfucker, but I happen to know something about art. Still don't let him drop shit because I'm afraid that they might come alive and fuck
they got
you up.
blonde hair.
Well, I like this one. Okay. Now, Al, you might not be able to get too much for this one because his fucking arm is broke.
This arm is broke too.
And he got two. And he got two legs.
I'm scared.
The other 500 are not like that. I brought these two down here.
And how
in a
much are they
plastic
going
bag.
for?
Marv, you set the price. This is your show. We need sponsorship. Is whatever
Okay.
Madd Marv said he should be going for.
Okay, well let's take this caller right now and see if we can peddle some of these fucking dolls. Caller, welcome to the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Caller, you say what?
What's going on, my guy? This is D-Cars. I called not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, tried to stomp the ghetto Googler.
Okay, where you calling from?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, Fort Wayne, okay. Now, you tried to stomp the ghetto Googler last time. Do you have one for him this week?
I may have one, but I want to talk to my boy Al Toomer on there.
Yeah.
I've been following his career for a long time. Nigga, I thought you was a real Muslim when I first saw you with the bow tie and all that shit.
You see, we've got pig feet.
Everybody thought that, man. Everybody
But
thought that.
Yeah, because here's the funny thing. You sound like Scarface when you talk.
I hear that too.
He looked like him too.
Yeah,
He looked like the brother Khalid Muhammad.
And that's what I was going back to.
It's a lot of facets to that, man.
Because that was why.
Any moment, I just want to hear he greets his father with his hands out. I get irritated. But this one I knew that Al wasn't a Muslim when he in his comedy set. He talked about swallowing, the digestion, and I know he know what I'm talking about.
Yes. For women who refuse to swallow, but they can eat a bunch of dead flesh, milk, drink milk from 50 cows' titties and all this shit, but you can't swallow the juices of life.
I thought that was so dope. And then the first time I saw Madd Marv, he had these pants on with the suede in the front. Nigga, I saw him. He was on Comic View, and you did that. Nigga, I went down to Hollywood Boulevard and found me some. I paid $80 for them motherfucking pants.
You know what? What just pissed me off is because I got them pants from Faarooq down in the Fox Hill Mall, and he told me that Master P had some just like it, and he sold it to me for $1,000 the whole outfit. You got it for $80.
I went to the Oak Tree and got mine. I paid $80 for them motherfuckers.
Oh,
Because it wasn't worth shit when he got hit over the head for $1,000.
But hey, I got a quick. I do have a quick question for the ghetto Googler.
Okay.
Now, Faarooq, how familiar are you with Hollywood? Because I grew up in Hollywood. What you know about Hollywood and Vine?
Well, I was born
back in the breaking days.
I was born on Sunset in Vermont at the Kaiser Hospital right there. That's where I was born at. Me and Too Short was born at the same hospital.
I'm gonna do this in your voice, Faarooq. Let me tell you something. What is the name of the breakers place that was down on Hollywood and Vine back in the day where you could only get breakdancing type shit?
It was called Flips of Hollywood.
No, you close. It was called For Breakers Only.
Okay. But the Flips for Hollywood stores with all the breakers on the West Coast out here bought. You remember the flip shirts?
The flip shirts.
All the break dancers won that.
They was the fluorescent shirts with the sleeves cut off. It said Flip of Hollywood.
Yeah. Now,
Faarooq,
I grew up in the hood. We got all our break dancing shit from Western Surplus.
Right there on Santa Monica and Rossmore.
Yeah.
I used to go to Zodi's and get all my shit.
I remember Zodi's too.
Hold on. Did you have the belt buckle with your initial in the motherfucker?
Man, I had all that stuff, man.
Did you have the black and white karate shoes?
Man, I had all that, man. I got an Ice-T story, man. I was on my way to, I was a broadcaster back in the day, and I had my records in my hand, and Ice-T used to have an apartment that he used to go collect his money from to get his rent.
Right.
And he saw me walking with my records. So I didn't know it was him, and all I heard was, "Hey, man, where you going with them records, man?" And I said, "Man, I'm on my way to broadcasting school, man." He was like, "Man, I like what you're doing." The nigga had a Porsche, everything. This is back in the, like, 89.
Right.
And he was doing his thing,
That
man.
was
But
right
he owned
after
an
that Ron
apartment.
Page album.
Yeah, he owned an apartment complex in Hollywood, and he was over there collecting his rent.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And you got some cold impersonations too, man. So when you come,
you sound just like me, man.
Man, when you come down this way, we'd love to have you on the lounge and tell us something about your broadcasts and get downs and everything.
Hey, man, I would love to do that, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm like the new ghetto Googler and shit.
I love it, man.
I love y'all, man.
Thanks for calling right here on the Comedy Lounge. Now,
that's scary, man. That's really fucking scary.
You thought you was talking to yourself.
That's scary.
Wasn't it? Spooky.
Look at the beautiful energy these dolls are bringing here.
We're not going to put them on these ugly motherfuckers. But send 1995 to Madd Marv Comedy Lounge and get your 2 ugly motherfucking dolls. But wait, that's not all.
I done got some more voodoo shit going on right now.
All right, I got God going on, nigga. When you call Allah's name,
you say
call
hallelujah
Jesus'
dolls?
name, how come nobody say, yes, that's what I said. How come my shit got to be voodoo-ish?
Now, Tasha.
All voodoo is an exchange of energy, y'all.
Now,
voodoo is neither bad or good. All it is.
I just don't like the sound of it.
Now, wait a minute. Now,
see,
I
brought little gods here.
Look here, gentlemen. I want to ask Tasha a question because it looked like you got spellbound by the doll.
I like the dolls.
Now, Tasha. Now
good novelty pieces.
You told us earlier that you lost one of your patients.
Oh yeah.
And what was going on with that?
My brother transitioned. You know, it was a patient that I was very fond of. Mm-hmm. You know, I actually told him, I said, I'm going to date with you one day, and he was all excited, like, yeah, you gonna go on a date. You know, we hung out anyway. I was leaving work today, and they was just calling cold blue. So the brother transitioned, but he was suffering.
How old
what
was
hospital?
he?
What hospital was this?
You know what? He was probably about 64.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
Now, what hospital was this?
I'm not gonna mention the hospital because since I'm dealing with Brother Tom, resting.
Because I was gonna ask you because I want to know about the cafeteria food that you have in there.
Oh, that food ain't good.
Oh, so I can tell you what hospital it is now.
Yeah.
I can pretty much tell you what
food ain't good.
I'm gonna tell you what.
You ain't Cedar Sinai yet.
Thank you. And I'm gonna
good food.
And I'm gonna tell you another hospital that got some good food. Long Beach Memorial Hospital got one of the best damn cafeteria. All around there, you got people that ain't in there seeing no sick one another. You got people that just go there just for lunch. Yeah. They got good food at Long Beach Memorial.
Yeah, and if you go to Cedar Sinai, sometimes I still take my wife over there for a date. We don't even, ain't nobody sick or nothing. I say, put on your good clothes, baby. We going to Cedars.
The Cedar, you're right. They do got some.
They got a bistro up in there and everything. I almost missed.
I almost missed
the hospital. I almost missed the birth of my
they got somebody flipping omelets. They got
Pizza.
people doing stir fry shit. They got a person making sushi at Cedar Sinai.
Yeah.
They do. But you know what? A lot of people are like dying of starvation because at these hospitals, they don't like the food. They're used to Southern cooking, different types of cuisines, and they're not getting that, and they just like picking over it because they don't want to
take their ass down to the cafeteria part.
They need to roll their ass down there. Unplug the damn life machine and go down to the cafeteria. Go to the cafeteria. Don't have them bring that shit up to you.
Yeah, go down there.
Let me say this. You know what? I believe life should always be celebrated.
They got 50 cent Salisbury steak down there.
What is that?
50 cent Salisbury steak.
How many
not no more now. It's probably about $2.50.
Yeah. Discounts, baby. You know, if it's damn near free, it's for me.
Yeah, I'm vegetarian now, so I don't,
I
partake in the meats.
I feel sorry for your stomach.
Can you put some poetry together for these dogs?
Okay.
Yeah, take us out with some doll poetry as we leave and see people on the next Tuesday.
I walk amongst the land of the walking dead. For those that only seek knowledge, westernized civilization, school-fed, man, they eyes are gazed over, infected with a virus. But I see deep into your soul, into the abyss of your pupils and your iris. Controlled by chemtrail gases, walking in masses, ready to see who want to bite me the fastest. I recognize everyone, because I used to be one. Until I reverse my curse, and now I'll slay anyone who runs up on me, plotting on my demise. You lack knowing yourself. The dead has arrived. Can't understand that we're being misled, hanging on to every word that the government said. Man, call me zombie killer.
Voodoo, running from my magic.
One dose of information can shock your body and be lethal like salmonella. But see, I'm taking off heads of the walking dead, but sometimes when I get scared, I have to pump my heartbeat real slow.
I'm going to make it just like this, Tasha. You ready?
Yes.
Simple and plain.
Yes.
These little motherfuckers look like Lil Wayne. We're going to see y'all on next Tuesday at the Madd Marv.
That's right.
Comedy Lounge.
Peace and love, y'all. Have a good evening.
Don't fall for the bullshit.
Don't fall for the bullshit.
This is the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.